Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Your Lucky Day. So this is like somebody who wins a lottery, or something happens with the dispute in a lottery winner, and then there's a hostage situation, and so now these people who are involved and the witnesses and stuff like that have to decide how far they'll go to win the $156 million or whatever it is. So I don't know. I don't know how I found this, but it has Angus Cloud in it. So that's kind of why I want to watch it. You know, it's a shame about Angus, but very low rated film so far. Only 544 people rated it so far, and it's 5.8. But it's only an hour and 29 minutes long, so you know, I'm kind of checking anything that I can find them in, I'll watch it. So you know, it's a shame. But anyway, so we'll see. Let me get into it, find out what it's about, see if it's worth watching. Short film. We'll see. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Your Lucky Day, and I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. Now, a couple of different things. One, I'll say with the phone, right? You know, whenever I'm watching a movie and I have to go to my phone, I'm kind of not interested. And that happened, right? But then I found myself, I had to actually rewind. It's like, it felt like it was slow at moments, but then it picks right back up. And so, you know, I had to rewind and like see what I just missed, which was a key point. And it was like in an action part of the film too. I don't know why it drew me away from the film, but it did. I don't know why. I don't know. But I had to rewind it and go back and see what actually happened. So I think that says something. So there might be some slow parts, but stay with it. The action picks back up. But really, give you a better idea of the synopsis. Oh, before I even say that, because I know nobody watches all the way to the end of my reviews, but I think they did a great job of, I'll say, changing direction, in a sense. Getting more than what you think you're going to get, if you will. So I was really surprised by that, and enjoyed that aspect of it. But it sets up as, essentially, you know, Angus Young is I guess a drug dealer kind of thing, some kind of thug. It seemed like he was making a drug deal right in the beginning. Whatever. He walks into a convenience store where a guy has a winning lottery ticket, and then decides like, wow, that's his ticket. So he's the one who's holding them hostage, as they say, in order to make this happen. Now, you know, so he's got him, you know, the store owner and a couple in there, a pregnant couple. We learn a lot more about at least about those characters, you know, and there's more involved in that. I'm not going to go into every detail. You'll find out when you watch it yourself. But from that point on, you can figure, okay, and it's very minimalistic, if you will, because it's all really taking place in that store now, you know, so they don't have a lot of locations for this movie, and not a lot of characters, so they kept the budget very low. But with that being said, and I've seen movies like that as well, I forget, it doesn't matter, but you can see how maybe it could get a little tiresome, right? At least for me, like one location, minimal characters, they really got to keep your interest. You kind of can see where it's going to go in a sense. You're just waiting until the end now, and that's what happens. But, you know, applause to them that that's not it. That's not the rest of the movie. There's more to it. And I think they did a good job of changing direction and not making it awful. But I will say it's not without its holes, I'll say. I don't know if holes is the right thing. The unbelievability of certain things. You know, like in certain situations where you have hostages, there's going to be things that you have to do in order to make sure you're going to get away with it, right? And, you know, some of the things that he has them do, or they, you know, whatever, it's just like, no, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, they had to do something, but those types of things are there, and they're obvious to me. Holes, or whatever you want to call them. But outside of that, it kept you entertained, and kept you on your toes, if you will. I also think it took a lot of chances. I don't know if that's the right thing. I don't want to say it's like raw, because that's not right, but it is, you know, it takes a lot of chances with the, I don't know, the edge of violence, I guess, in a sense. It's not, I don't know, it's hard. You'll know what I mean if you watch it. And I thought, wow, okay. And then I was interested in the ending and I have to do a little spoiler alert on that, but I won't right now. So anyway, so it's worth it, and it said for Angus at the end. There is a small post-credit scene that I thought there was going to be more, and they didn't, and that's okay too, but I don't know. I'll share with you my thoughts in a couple of seconds. Worth it to watch. He's good in it. I thought Angus he had a really good talent for that type of role. Never seen him in anything else, you know. But that's it. That's all I got for you. Worth the watch. I'm surprised. Nice short film for you. But before I go, if you're interested in hearing more, I am gonna, you know, tell you a little bit more, or my one thought. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Sorry, I have to jump into it because I'm stammering all over myself. So they have this. We know what happens at the end. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The cop, the final SWAT guy, right? And he gets half the money. And so I was thinking, okay, this whole time all makes sense. That's fine. And he does everything. If you remember, the store clerk restarted the camera after evidently he deleted everything, and and that was another thing. The fact that Angus's character wasn't sitting there, okay, I'm gonna watch you do what you need to do to delete this film and whatever. He didn't. He was out getting beer and doesn't do that. And I was like, come on, that's part of the unbelievability of the stuff that I was saying. But then he restarted the camera, so I thought this was all gonna happen. And then the camera's gonna, you know, somebody's gonna check the camera, the security footage, and see what the cop actually did. And so that would have, you know, I just thought that that was gonna happen. Don't know how they explained the guy in the Land Rover yet, or whatever that car was. I think that's a Mercedes kind of thing, but whatever. You know, but that was the one piece that I thought that they were gonna pull back and just, you know, flashback to the guy hitting record again, whatever, and then take it all. I don't know. Maybe he did hit stop, but you could change it around, have him hit record, and then, you know, the power's off, everything else gets off camera, and then when he comes back in, power's back on. I don't know. That was the only thing that stood out to me, and pleasantly surprised. All right, that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. Probably a 6 for me. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.